Hello and welcome to our cinema booking system. Let's look at the first requirement. Users can register with the system, create accounts. The users have the role of seller or buyer with different privileges. Okay, let's create a seller. Let's call her Jenny. Jenny will have the password, say, blue2468. We'll use Ross's email here just so we can look at email notifications later, but any valid email address would work. All of the fields have validation and two users can't be the same. Okay, great. Let's log in as Jenny. Notice as Jenny is a seller, she can't look for items. She can only list items. Okay, requirement 2. Sellers can create auctions for particular items, setting suitable conditions and features of the items, including the item description, categorization, starting price, reserve price, and end date. Let's create an auction. Alright, let's add an item, say Pixel 3. Put it in the technology category as we've got a few items there that we can compare against. One thing we'll do here is show the validation. We'll put in an end date that doesn't fit the format and we'll be given a notification. This works for all of the different fields. Great, let's do Pixel 3 again. We'll just set the reserve price to 1 just to make it easier. Any bids below the reserve price at the end of the auction will not class as a completed auction. Okay, we finished with our seller now. Let's create a buyer, say Steve. Steve can have the password hello1234. The passwords must be 6 characters long. We'll use Ross's email again just to make it easier to see all the different emails later on, but as before, you can add any valid email address in here. Time to log in as Steve. We'll talk through recommended items later, but now let's look for some items. So let's look through the requirement first. Buyers can search the system for particular kinds of items being auctioned and can browse and visually rearrange listings of items within categories. Okay, let's have a look at, say, the leisure category. Okay, we've got the book Animal Farm. Not that interesting. Let's go to the technology category where we made our Pixel 3 auction. Okay, we've got a few items here. Let's filter them using the sort by buttons. Soonest is the default, then we can have latest, price low, and price high. Let's look at our Pixel 3. Okay, there's no bids on this item, so let's bid £1. Great, the bid was successful. Now, what we'll do is look at the next requirements. Okay, buyers can bid on items, see the other bid users make that they have received. The system will manage the auction until the set end time and award the item to the highest bidder. We'll do the confirmation email at the end of the video, but we'll also tackle watching items now, as that's all part of the same flow. An email notification will happen once we finish this. Okay, watch item. Great, we're watching the item now. We'll just wait for the email pop up. There we go. You are now watching the item. Now let's go to As, a different user, and he'll bid on the same item, and then we can show that our user Steve has been outbid. Please also note that if As had a bid below the £1 here, say 50 pence, it would say your bid is too small and give a notification at the top of the page. There's our email for Ross, and you are not the highest bidder. The highest bid is now £2. Okay, back to Ross. He needs to refresh the page in order to update the highest bid. But let's go to the last stage before we do, and that's recommendations. Here are our recommendations. We'll show you the code for how these recommendations are built momentarily. Please see recommendations.php for the full run through of how the recommendations work. Sorry, that's recommender.php. This is now the code for the email at the end of an auction to show that we are notifying the winners. Please look at the function notify winners in itemutils.php. After this, we will show a winner and the end of an auction and the email being sent.
Here is an auction finishing. And if we log out and log in, we should see that I get an email to notify me, the winner, that I've won an auction.